Hey guys, what's going on? I'm Nick, and it's just a Honda Accord, and I'm coming at you from Phoenix, Arizona. The temp is starting to cool down in here, so I've been able to do some work on some of the vehicles in my garage without sweating profusely. Today, on this week's episode, I'm going to be installing the Honda Civic Type R engine cover, and it's very simple install. It only requires you to have a 10mm deep socket if you can find it, and about 5 minutes of your time. So let's get started. So step one is just pulling off the cover. So there is a stud here, I believe a stud here. I'm just gonna, oops, my lighting. Pull this, pull up on this, go to each corner, and lastly, and that's all she wrote. You can see the studs that we're holding on this cover. And ready to move on to the next step. Pull these studs. It's 10mm. The torque spec on them, I checked it earlier, and it was probably like 9 pounds, maybe 10. I'm just going to pull these guys. And like usual, it's nice and warm in Phoenix. No issue there. Okay. So, and pull this guy. I made a rookie mistake after I pulled the bolts to this bracket that was underneath the OEM engine cover. I then tried to use my new Civic Type R bolts and mount the Civic Type R engine cover on top of this bracket and then torque down the bolts. And I very quickly discovered that the bolts were not long enough to reach. So I just went ahead, pulled this thing off like you should do, save yourself a couple minutes of time, and then mount the Honda Civic Type R engine cover directly to the motor. All right, there's one. There's two. Get the other 2 bolts. Just opening these guys out of the wrapper to save for some compelling video. Should have done this beforehand, but there we go. And let me pull that little piece of plastic out. There we go. And given that these are going into plastic, I don't know if I even am gonna torque this down any further beyond what I'm doing here with my hand. No. So it doesn't take much to strip these, I can tell you that. This is how the engine cover looks when you're all done. All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up for this week's video on just a Honda Accord. In the description of the video, I'll go ahead and post a part number for the Honda Civic Type R engine cover that I ordered, along with the bolts that I had to get to mount it. If you haven't already, I would appreciate you subscribing to the channel and smashing that thumbs up button on some of the videos that you're watching. If you have any comments, questions, constructive feedback, feel free to chime in on the comments of the video. And I'm pretty responsive. I've had a couple of people in the last week watching my videos and going ahead and trying the installs themselves. And a couple of people ran into some snags, but I was able to help, talk them through the issues they were experiencing, and they were able to get the job done. So anyways, that's going to wrap it up for this week, and I will see you next time.